and collectibles. We got the 2017 Topps Stadium Club 4-box break. eBay just ended about 2 hours ago. Go ahead and get started here in a minute. Got 9:15 right now. No, just wait a minute here for people to join. As you can see in front of me, got had a couple weeks there where we didn't have any problems with YouTube, so we'll give it a minute here, see if it corrects itself. We're also on, obviously, YouTube, JRZ Sports and Collectibles. You can also like us on Facebook. It's at JRZ Sports. Follow us on Twitter, JRZ_sports. And also on Twitter, Instagram, JRZ Sports and Collectibles. The team pictured on the card is the team the card will go to. And for example, Brooklyn Dodgers would go to the LA Dodgers, Expos go to the Nationals, and etc. If there is a card, I haven't really seen too many. I think there's a redemption card, Chris Bryant, Mike Trout, dual auto redemption card that I've seen out there. In cases like that, we'll go over to random.org, roll the dice, and then go to the randomizer. As well as anybody making it out to the National Sports Collectors Convention. I'm not making it this year. It's in Chicago. But some guys that have been very nice, very helpful, great guys to talk to. They're actually out of Pittsburgh, Sports Card Junction. They're going to be at booth 550. They got a lot of cool stuff. They've been posting on their Facebook page stuff they're taking to the show with them. So check those guys out. Again, they're Sports Card Junction, and they're on Facebook, and I believe they are on Twitter as well, but mainly they're on Facebook. So anyway, go ahead. Got a bunch of people that joined. Everybody welcome. If you're new to JRZ Sports, I welcome you. I've seen some names, some familiar names on here, so it's always good to see repeat customers. So everybody welcome. Red Sox, John Melkist. Cubs goes to Paul K. White Sox, Rock Allah. No bid on the Reds. On the Indians goes to Souza Lisma. Rockies, 100 YRHD. Tigers is Vicky Fick. Houston Astros goes to 100 YRHD. Royals goes to Chunk 918. Angels goes to Kara Brett. Dodgers goes to Cotter Brad. Marlins again goes to Souza Lisma. Brewers goes to Chunk 918. Twins goes to Souza Lisma. Mets goes to Atkins. Yankees goes to Rock Allah. A's to Souza Lisma. Phillies goes to Atkins. Pirates Lepe dot Anthony, I'm assuming. Cardinals goes to Atkins. Padres goes to Chunk 918. Giants goes to Dan F. Mariners goes to Beckab 34. The Rays had no bid. Rangers goes to Matt Goldsworth. Blue Jays goes to A.R. Johnson. And rounding out with the Nationals goes to Kara Brett. Alright, let's get into it. Box number 1. And for those of you that have joined some of the Donruss breaks I've done, and some of the other Topps product lines I've done, you may have heard me mention this is definitely Definitely my favorite. And if anybody's watching this over on their PC, there is a chat function over on the right hand side of the screen, so feel free to post any comments or anything. This is the first stadium club I've done so far this year, so usually these take 45 minutes to an hour. Try to catch all the photo variations and everything, so it may take closer to an hour this first time around. So if any of you are into posting your hits on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, please feel free, go ahead and tag me. And on Twitter, there's actually a guy that he's got quite a few followers. It's at Show Your Hits, I believe is his Twitter handle. So yeah, I use hashtag JRZ Sports whenever I'm posting stuff. So all right, let's see what we can get into. Got a contact sheet going to the Marlins for Stanton. Pat Neshek, he's a good follow on Twitter too. Big card collector. He bought a bunch of the Topps Now cards and had them all autographed at the All-Star game. It's pretty cool to see. We got Derek Jeter going to the Yankees. It's just a base card. And we got a Rick Porcello going to the Red Sox, gold, not numbered. Greg Bird undergoing surgery for right ankle problems. Out, I think they said 6 to 8 weeks. Got a Power Zone, Mike Trout. If you're looking for photo variations and you think you might have a photo variation on the back at the very bottom, and I'll see if I can zoom in there, you can see that ends in 3023. I believe the photo variations 3055, I believe. But 3023 is the base. So if you have something different than that, you're looking for something different than ending in 3023. And we got another gold, Albert Almora going to the Cubs. No number. Scoreless streak insert, Zach Greinke. Going to the D-backs. We got Johnny Damon, Red Sox. And coincidentally enough, or ironically enough, pictured in the game against the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt going to the D-backs. So these are sticking together here a little bit, as these often do. There's a Joe Panic going to the Giants, gold. Witness Diaz. That's a black parallel. No number. Jose Barrios going to the Twins, gold. Got a Cespedes Power Zone. Got Chris Sale, scoreless streak for the Red Sox. And there's our first chrome, Corey Seager, going to the Dodgers. And we got Nolan Arenado going to the Rockies, gold. And we got Dan Vogelbach going to the Mariners, first auto. It's a rookie auto. There you go. And it's not a sticker auto, that's an on-card auto. I know Topps has been getting some heat about some of the autos being sticker autos, but that was a true on-card auto. Jason Kipnis going to the Indians. It's a black parallel. We got a J.J. Hardy chrome. That is 2 out of 25. 2 out of 25 going to the Orioles. J.J. Hardy going to those. 2 out of 25. Got a contact sheet, Robinson Cano. There we got a beam team. Chris Bryant going to the Cubs, of course. Power Zone for Encarnacion. Got an Ichiro Gold going to the Marlins. And we got another auto, Ty Block. It's a rookie auto. It's gold. On card auto. Time lock, gold. And that's box number 1. Box number 2. Box number 2. Let's see what we got. Scoreless streak, Michael Fulmer, Tigers. There's a Salvador Perez gold. Brad Ziegler, black, going to the Marlins. Garrett Richards, gold, going to the Angels. Adrian Beltre, Rangers, going Power Zone. Tyler Austin going to the Yankees. Sano, and there we go. I know somebody's been waiting for this one. We got Aaron Judge, rookie of course, and that's the chrome. It's not numbered, but the chrome on the back is 3050. It's that code on the back there. And I think, like I said, I think it was 3055. It's for the photo variations. We got a gold Pat Neshek. There's another Derek Jeter, gold. And we got our first auto in box number 2. That's Joe Musgrove going to the Astros. The Justin Verlander scoreless streak for the Tigers. Some Mike Trout contact sheet for the Angels, of course. And we got Javier Lopez going to the Giants, gold. And second auto, box number 2, Robert Selman for the Mets. Straight, there we go. So Robert Selman black, not numbered. Here's a Joe Musgrove chrome. And that is not numbered. There's Jonathan Lucroy, gold, going to the Rangers. That's a cool looking picture right there. Joey Votto contact sheet. And last stack of box number 2 here. And we got Justin Verlander beam team. Andres Galarraga, Power Zone for the Rockies. That does it for box number 2. And I'm sure I have missed some photo variations in there. There's a couple that I've checked, but I know there's some in there. So just the easy way to find out is to look at that code on the back. Look for that 3055. Actually, over the weekend bought a retail pack. Ended up pulling a Francisco Lindor photo variation. was pretty cool. Once I figured out that code on the back, I just, flipped the cards over and just looked for the last 4 numbers there. So once you get these cards, and I know somebody had asked me, is it going to be August 5th? And no, the cards are going to go out, if not tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest. Usually I get them turned around in 24 hours, so they should go out at some point tomorrow. Like I said, the latest would be on Wednesday morning. So pretty much everybody should have them by the end of the week. But so as you're looking through, just flip over on the back. Flip over on the back and check it out. Yeah, John, the Beckett does, and cardboardconnection.com. Yeah, cardboardconnection.com. Those are the two that seem to pop up all the time to look at checklists and check on photo variations. And I think it was an article. Oh, man. It was either Cardboard Connection or like some kind of like a blowout cards forum or something like that. And yeah, they had listed, hey, the code. There's this code on the back, and get the 4 digits. What the 4 digits mean. So. Yeah, I've looked up Break Ninja too. I just got so used to using Cardboard Connection, but yeah, I've used Break Ninja as well, because Break Ninja lets you kind of sort it by team and stuff a little bit easier. Hey, there's my boy right there, Dom Mattingly. Contact sheet, DJ LeMahieu. Well, there's just your standard base Aaron Judge rookie card. And it looks like a beam team, Derek Jeter, going to the Yankees. Yeah, with the photos that they use, I mean, every year, the photos that Stadium Club uses, it's so hard to tell sometimes what's a photo variation and what's not. Like, I look at that, and I'm like, that's got to be a photo variation of Brandon Belt right there. But I look on the back, nope, 3023. It's just a standard base card, so... Manny Machado, Power Zone. Tanaka. Got a Jason Hayward gold. Going to the Cubbies. Ryan Shim. Auto. Good looking one right there. Going to the Padres. I'm going to the Yankees, scoreless streak. Jose De Leon, gold. Luis Perdomo, going to the Padres. That's black. There's your base, Francisco Lindor. The photo variation is like an all white background there and just a shot of his face. Matt Shoemaker going to the Angels. Very nice. Leo Tehran. And that to me, they get me every time. That to me looks like a photo variation, but it's not. It's a standard base. Okay, I got Alex Bregman going to the Astros. Contact sheet. Of course, him and Bellinger and Judge are just making the hobby go crazy right now, and all of the baseball in general. It's pretty cool. Fun time to be a baseball fan. Fun time to be a collector too. Unless you're looking for Judge cards, and then it's expensive right now. Javier Baez going to the Cubs, gold. Big Poppy, Power Zone. There's a Gary Sanchez. There's a Benintendi rookie, part of the Killer Bees up in Boston. Seth Lugo, gold, going to the Mets. Yeah, Susan, we're trying. We're trying for you, that's for sure. We got a Bregman, Houston Astros, that's chrome. $30.50. Lou Gehrig, Corey Kluber, scoreless streak. Hey, there you go. You got the D-back, Susan. You got one. But first, we got the Troy Tulowitzki gold going to the Blue Jays. Jeremy Hasselbaker going to the D-backs. Going to Susan. Yes. Hey, and Susan, we still got one more box left to get you another something. Your grandmother is dating his uncle. I'm assuming you're talking about Jeremy. That is hilarious. That just shows you what a small world it is. That's funny, Matt. I all around the country, and just happened to speak with a lady, and I'm a Yankees fan by birth. Like I said, Don Mattingly is my favorite player all time. Anyway, I happened to be talking to this lady who works for the same company I do, and she happened to mention she was from Evansville, Indiana. And I was like, well, that's where Don Mattingly's from. She goes, oh, yeah, well, his, I guess it's his ex-wife now. They were neighbors. And I was like, that's just kind of the craziest thing. All right, well, there's one for the Braves. And Susan, you had the Braves. Hey, there we go. That's a Chipper Jones Power Zone. And that is 56 out of 99. Yeah, see, you think it, and it happens, Susan. Yes, nice. That is, yeah, Chipper's a good card. I got one of those, yeah, that's nice. Number to 99. That's a good one. I got one of those boxes from DA Card World that just had, I forget, it's got like 10 hits in it, whatever. It was, I think, like $50 for a box. And I was like, this will be kind of fun, A Benintendi photo variation auto. How about Benintendi Rainbow Gold, whatever they're calling it, the 101 auto. Yeah, man, it's a small world, that's for sure, Matt. But yeah, John, we'll work on that Benintendi photo variation auto, Rainbow Gold Superfractor. Alex Reyes Gold. Thank you, John. Yeah, I got into Diamond Kings. I forgot what I was saying before. I just like talking. Chipper and Bonds are your favorite Yeah, man, Chipper came up in that time. I mean, it was kind of I don't want to say golden age of baseball, box number 4. And then you had, Jeter, and all those guys, I mean, Rivera and all those guys, obviously Yankees. And then you had, those guys like Chipper. And you had, Bonds, obviously, like you said, it's, even Sammy Sosa and McGuire and Canseco. And, I mean, they are what they are now. But back then, it was kind of it was a time to be a fan of baseball, and I feel like it's kind of getting back to that with some of these younger guys like Benintendi and Bellinger and Judge. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Judge fan, but I think in the span of 3 months, Judge's cards went up about 10 times their normal value. That's on eBay. And that, that says something. And I know Bellinger's the same way. But, I got one of those boxes from DA Card World. And I pulled out, man, I forget what year it was, but I pulled out a Chipper Jones auto. And it was sweet. I mean, it was older. And it was sweet. I sold it. And, it went for, it was darn near close to $100. It wasn't graded or anything. It was just an auto, but I mean, it was an older auto. It was pretty sweet. I was pretty happy. I don't care who you are either. If you're not enjoying these young, Judge. I mean, that home run derby was awesome. Yeah, you gotta be loving baseball right now if you're a baseball fan. Yes, Susan. That's I was saying before, I went through the 80s being a Yankees fan before they, I didn't know, I'm not quite 40 years old, so I wasn't really alive when, all the, Mantle and all those guys were around, and, when the Yankees were winning all the time. They were always, I was always at the bottom when I was a fan, and then, obviously the 90s rolled around, and it's like, boom, everybody's a Yankees fan again, and which is all right. I mean, it's good, but yeah, it seems like it's always the Yankees. I'll agree with you, Susan. I'm not gonna. Oh, and you're a Phillies fan, so if you live in Philly, yeah, I'm sure it really seems like it's always the Yankees. Well, I'll tell you, hey, you got Susan, you got Pat Neshek, right? For now, until they trade him. But Phillies will have their day sometime. Right, we got a Jose Bautista contact sheet. Got a Yu Darvish scoreless streak, and that is 23 out of 99. Yeah, that's Darvish right there. Susan, I'm thinking of, it was before 2000. No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. I guess maybe it was 08. Seems like it was longer ago than that, but Yankees were playing the Phillies, World Series, obviously. And I just remember the New York Post had a front page picture of, was it Jimmy Rollins, I think, wearing a red skirt. It was the most ridiculous thing I ever saw. And I was like, this is just, Philly's too close to be poking fun at him like that. Yeah, Cubs, Yankees. I saw the Yankees ended. There's a Beam Team, Robinson Cano. This other guy I follow that does breaks, and he did a quarter case 4-box break, and I think the Yankees were like $125. And I was like, man, that's ridiculous. Yes, Susan, the Post does suck. I agree. So Frank Thomas, Power Zone. Oh, wow. 7 game balls. Blue Jays Pirates, huh? Tell you, what was it last year? Blue Jays had a pretty decent year, wasn't it last year? They're all starting to like blur together now. All right, going to the Royals. Oh yeah, the player breaks. Yeah, dude, John, I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those player breaks. Just ridiculous for Judge. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, hey, it's good. I mean, somebody's paying the money, so it's, doing good for card value, but man, I don't have $500 to spend on a stinking player break. Tier 1 go for 2,000. That's crazy. I mean, I mentioned earlier this dude posted card values were 10 times higher. I mean, Judge's base rookies autos going for $1,000. $22.7 game. Oh wow, wow. Tell you what, back when I lived up in New Jersey, that's where I grew up. Used to have season tickets in the bleachers for Yankee games, the old stadium, and my wife, now we weren't married then, but we stayed. It was Yankees Indians, and it was, I think, 27. It was the worst loss in Yankees history. I think it was 27-0. We got scoreless streak, Jake Arrieta. And but we stayed for the whole thing. We didn't get any game balls though. Wish we would have. That would have been pretty sweet. All right, yeah. Yeah, we've had a couple of the refractors, Susan. We've only had one. We've only had one that was serial number. Yeah, we've had at least 4. One of those seems like we've had more than 4. The chrome refractors. But yeah, one of them was serial numbered. Nelson Cruz, gold. Ben Zobrist, black. There's Hunter Renfroe, gold. Carlos Correa, contact sheet. got any Twins fans out there, the Twins just beat the Yankees 4-2. Got a Matt Olson gold. Jose Canseco, Power Zone. (2013) Bowman Chrome Judge Auto Gold Refractor BGS Black Label on eBay for $175,000. Golly. Braden Shipley Gold. And that, something's missing on that one. That's missing the Stadium Club in the top. Yes, someone should be shot if they're paying $175,000 because you know, and somebody will. You know somebody's going to buy it, but you know that thing's going to be worth, $17.50 next year or in a couple of years. I mean, I hope not. I hope it, hope he keeps doing well and his values keep going up. But I mean, man, you gotta hit a point of a cap at some point. All right, we got a scoreless streak. Tanaka going to the Yankees. We got a Koufax Chrome. No serial number on that one. Yes, an error print, Susan. You're right. I had one. I've been doing a lot of the 2017 Donruss breaks, and there was one for the Houston Astros, and they're obviously supposed to just use Houston or New York or the city. This one had Astros written plain as day on it, which was kind of funny. That was a misprint on Panini's part, but. Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, I know people seem to either love Donruss or Panini or hate Panini. We got AJ Ramos gold, but they, I don't know, Susan. I don't know. That's the first one I have seen. I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet, but I will. I'll ask around. That's the first I've seen. So. They don't. Yeah, I've heard about some of that where some of them have rookie and they shouldn't. There's a Ron Healy auto. Yep, there's your A's. And I know another issue, Matt, is that you can look right on the box. I'll show you right here. 2 on-card autographs or autograph cards in every box. Of course that's on average. But, I've seen a lot of the cards coming out of different breaks that were sticker autos, which, I mean, to me, I don't care. If I'm part of a break, I'll pull that error up again, Susan. I usually just do a recap of the serial number, autos, and memorabilia cards, but I can pull that up. That's no problem. Look at that real quick again. Is that the Braden Shipley? No, it's all right. We got it, Susan. Okay, so here's the Braden Shipley, and there's the Matt Olson. And I mean, they're, obviously two different players, two different teams. But, yeah, you see the Stadium Club logo up in the left-hand corner, and I know some of them have it in the right-hand corner, but, yeah, it should have that Stadium Club logo on it. And it does not. Let's see if it's missing anything else. No, everything else looks good. But, yeah, those boxes say, 2 on-card autographs. And, hey, I appreciate that, Matt. Yeah, with the way that pricing is, hey, it's not an auto. But we got a Benintendi. Chrome refractor. Okay, good. Susan, let me know what you find out about that error. It's not serial numbered, but hey, that's a good one right there. Benintendi. Played at the University of Arkansas. Hear about him on the radio and sports radio around here all the time. Is it Denard Spain? Black? Jock Peterson, gold. All right, that does it for box number 4. I will go back and recap before we pop open that 2016 Top Spot. It came up. John, are you talking about that Benintendi? Yes, it looked like it was. Let me go back here. I believe it is. It certainly appears to be. All right, this was from box number 1. I believe this was Ty Block auto. That's a gold auto. That was 46 out of 50. Got the J.J. Hardy. That was the chrome. That was 2 out of 25. Going to the Orioles. Going to the Mariners, Dan Vogelbach auto. And then out of box number 2, we had Robert Selman going to the Mets. Joe Musgrove going to the Astros. Now, I am not by any means an autograph expert, and I don't think I've seen any other Joe Musgrove autos. But to me, that really does not look like Joe Musgrove. Let's see. Chipper Jones Power Zone going to the Braves, 56 out of 99. Jeremy Hasselbaker auto going to the D-backs. And Ryan Shimp. Auto. That was what, Padres. Got the Ryan Healy auto. Going to the A's. Susan, you end up doing pretty good, I'd say. That's Stram. Going to the Royals auto. And Yu Darvish, scoreless streak, 23 out of 99. And I'll rip open this one. And I'll tell you, usually, it's a lot of base in these bunt blaster boxes, and usually there's like one serial numbered card. So, yeah, killing it now. You started off slow, Susan, but man, it really picked up for you there towards the end. That's a good question, Susan. Asked when is the next break. And Matt, thank you. I hope to see you again. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do. The pricing for Topps has gone so ridiculous, understandably so, that I don't know if I'm going to do Topps until things kind of settle down. I really want to do some Chrome. I just love the Stadium Club. I mean, I it's like opening day for me. I love opening day baseball. And then I love opening day of Stadium Club, because it's just the last couple years, I guess last 3 years now, I've just been so impressed with Stadium Club, especially what they were back in the 90s. Yeah, they're just getting so high. I think right now, just for the hobby box, just to buy one is like $126, and somebody said it went up again. So I may wait till it calms down. Now, what I've been doing, myself and another breaker I know, 702 Breaks. They're out of Las Vegas. They're excellent as well. We've been doing a lot of the Panini Donruss. It's three autos or memorabilia cards per box on average. I think it was 3. And we're averaging, I've been averaging about 4. I've been averaging 4 per box. It's been a couple weeks since I did a Panini Donruss, but I may, in a couple weeks, I may have another one, do a 5 or 7 day auction for that. Diamond Kings, John. I got back into Donruss last year after, collecting Donruss back, through the 90s. I got back into Donruss, and nice Allen and Ginter. That's a good one to have on the way. I'd be crazy excited too. I really like the look of those. I prefer the Allen and Ginter over Heritage. They're kind of I want to say similar looking product, but yeah, the Donruss, I got in early in the year when Donruss was first released. I got in with 702 Breaks, just do a regular Donruss, and then last week I got into Diamond Kings. And Diamond Kings, I was impressed with. I wasn't expecting much, but man, I got one. It was a dual material card, Jorge Posada. That's pretty nice. And then there was a couple other, the gray frame. There was a few of those. You got Babe Ruth. There was an Aaron Judge in there. 3 of 5 Moncada. That's a good one. That's a really good one. But yeah, I felt like I got my money's worth out of Donruss and out of the Diamond Kings. So I'm going to check to see what my distributor has left as far as Donruss goes. And I may have do a 4-box break of Donruss again. I mean, Donruss just keeps, John, if you're familiar with 702 breaks, I mean, I'm sure you've seen, some of the stuff that they posted, but, I pulled a Miguel Cabrera 1-of-1 printing plate a few, I guess it was like 2 months ago. And then sure enough, the next day, 702 Breaks posted a picture of it was a printing plate, 1-of-1 auto from, what's the dude's name? Can't even think. Tim Tebow. Holy cow, just blanked. Yeah, John, I second that, man. That's really cool that Susan and her husband are doing this stuff together. That's really awesome. Yeah, John, it was crazy, man. It was like, I mean, just boom, back to back, one day after another. I pulled one printing plate, and the next day he did, and it was just, I mean, I'm never gonna pull something like that in my life again, probably. Well, maybe. I mean, now the printing plates are kind of, becoming a thing again, but yeah, I mean, it's Donruss just keeps putting out, I mean, hit after hit after hit. So, I know they've taken some heat over that, Dak Prescott auto pen deal, but man, I'll tell you, every auto and, material I've had that I pulled out of the Donruss for people, I never had a problem. Never had a problem. And at first it seemed, I'm just looking, there should be a serial number in here somewhere. Rediscover cards out there, 25-year hiatus. Yeah, Susan's husband. Matt, you want to get into a Donruss break, man? I'll tell you, keep an eye. What I've been doing is $7.99 starting bid, and free shipping. I know the other people are right around that same price point starting out, and they do ship or whatever. But yeah, they usually go for, the teams all go for pretty cheap. I mean, it's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, Susan's husband, that I hear that story more and more. People are just getting back into cards. I mean, I got back into them 2005, I think is when it was. And I remember I remember the card that got me back into it. I think, Matt? I think it was, you mentioned Bonds earlier. It was a Fleer Ultra Barry Bonds with a base relic in it. And I'd never seen that before. And I'd been away from the card, industry for years. And then I saw that, I got that card, and it was all over. I mean, just stick a fork in me, I'm done. So, Marty, okay. Well, we know his last name isn't McFly, but, that's all right. Yeah, so keep an eye on it. If you guys are interested in Donruss, I'll have another Donruss breakup. I mean, it's been too good to quit. I mean, normally after like a month, it kind of fizzles out and kind of goes away, and something new comes out. But I mean, Donruss, especially if you're looking for hits, Donruss has just been putting out hit after hit after hit in every box. So, collects 1959s. Wow, that's going back. That's going back. So yeah, well, the easiest thing to do, you can do two things. You can follow the this year just got back into it. Hey, that's any time is a good time to get back into card collecting. Mine are still a little too young. I got a 5, a 3.5, and a 1-year-old. So the only thing they're good for is bending cards. So is not filled with archives and museum. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get my kids involved. My wife is like, oh boy, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have basically 4 kids collecting baseball cards. But it's fun. It's great. It's a good hobby. It's a safe hobby. Some people view it as an investment, which is fine. I kind of do both. So, but yeah, you can either follow you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but yeah, you can, if you want to, you can actually follow sellers on eBay. The other thing, if you do, searches, 2017 Donruss break or case break, whatever, you can actually follow those searches too. So, not to make competition against myself, but if 702 breaks, they're another one. If you guys see something from 702 breaks, they're a legit breaker. They're really good, and I know there's a couple people on here I know can attest to that. So. But yeah, you can follow that search. So if you see me pop up, or if you see, 702 Breaks has something, and you think you can get in it at a good price point, I wouldn't hesitate to do it. So yeah, I'll 6 and 3, beg for cards now, carry the box around. Nice. Yeah, my boys they love playing T-ball and stuff, but they just aren't into cards yet. I figured, I really got into cards when I was 6 years old, 7 years old. So yeah, 8-year-old. Yeah, Donruss Optic. I did change the time of break without. No, oh, wow. I've never had that happen, Susan. I don't change the time of the break. I've been doing it 2 different ways. I've either been doing it 9 o'clock at night Central Time, or I've been doing it like 1 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. But yeah, I usually either post the time and I don't change it. I put it, on my calendar as like an appointment. So, yeah, I don't change times. I get frustrated if YouTube is causing issues. It really bothers me because it's, reflection on me. So no, I don't, unless I'm, on my way to the hospital with a heart attack, I'm not changing times on you. So, yeah, Donruss Optic, I got a Donruss Optic blaster box, I think it was, several months ago, and it was good. I honestly thought that that the regular Donruss was better than Optic. Now, it may have changed this year. And I'm a big fan of Chrome, which is kind of what Optic is like. So, yeah, I'll take a look into the Optic. But, for now, until I see, some of the reviews and some of the other breaks for Optic, I'm going to do it. And I say this every time I do a Donruss break. I'm just going to do one more break and see how it goes. Because I feel like, hey, this 4 hits in a box, every single box, there's 16 hits coming out of that one break, and good hits. So, yeah, I had 20. So Susan, I get these, when I place orders, like personal orders and stuff, I get free stuff from DA Card World. These are just from 2016 Topps Bunt, which is based off of the app, the card game that's, you can get on your Android or iOS, Apple smartphone. So, it's called Topps Bunt. You can either, purchase coins or don't purchase coins. You get free coins for logging in, then you can buy digital cards with those coins. So that's what these are, just basically advertisements. It's a free pack, but they expired in, I think, February. So, and then these are all just out of that blaster box. And I'm sending these cards along too. And usually these have one serial number, which is really hard to see a lot of times. And, I wasn't paying 100% attention. Hey, Adam, thank you for joining. I hope, if that Donruss is something you're interested in, keep an eye out for it. Appreciate you joining. But yeah, usually there's like one serial number on here, and but they're really hard to see because it's like a white silver. And but yeah, I'll be sending these cards out to the respective teams. So I'll get started on sorting and all that tonight. Yeah, I don't see one in here. I mean, it's not guaranteed or anything. That's just something I noticed. So, hopefully people buy those. Yeah, seems weird to buy digital cards. I can't. I mean, I've sold digital cards like on eBay. I just can't wrap my mind around actually paying money for digital cards. I'm old school. I like holding the cards in my hand. I like being able to look at them. I like putting them in sleeves and then in top loaders and actually looking at them. So, but anyway, I can hear my 1-year-old starting to stir, so I'm gonna go in and see what's up with him. But guys, I honestly, and I'm a people person. I don't just say things to say things. It's always a much better break when people are interacting with the live chat. So I really appreciate it. Susan, Matt, John, you guys, thanks for keeping it interesting, and we'll see you guys next time. And like I said, feel free to follow me on any social media, and I'll let you guys know when the next break is happening and what it is, and I'll get these cards sorted and get them shipped out tomorrow. Hey, you guys have a good night too. Thanks.